Well, I want to welcome everyone to this webinar. I appreciate you guys coming on here. I know many of you, what's taken place is you've seen a short little video, probably about 25 seconds long. You maybe had somebody talk to you about this Fly smart card, and you're very intrigued. You're going, what is that? How does that work? What's this all about? And so now you've ended up here looking at some more information. And so first of all, my name is Byron. I live in Kansas. And I've been involved in the launch of this idea from the very beginning. Actually, there's a bigger picture behind this that I'm going to explain to you. And that is simply that we've got a company about 11 years ago we launched. It's in the travel industry that's behind what's happened. And so I know you've just seen a short little video, and now you're intrigued and trying to understand what is this cool new technology and how could you access it? How could you position yourself ahead of what's going on? And so we're going to jump into that, and I'm going to kind of give you the story of what's behind it. And then obviously your friend that gave you this information, they're going to fill in the blanks, because this is really just only a short overview just to give you an idea and a better understanding of what's going on. And so we're going to jump right into that, and we're going to go forward here. And you know, obviously the first slide here, it shows the picture of the card. Yes, it's very unique. The functionality of the card is also extremely unique. You know, you're going to be able to load all your credit cards, your debit cards, your loyalty cards all into this. And I want you to think about this card as not a credit card, but as a computer, because that's what it really is, with a computer with a screen. And you can see, you know, right below the green light there, there's a screen that you can actually, with two dots, you can run your finger by and scroll through. So if you're wondering, how do I see all my cards on here? Well, they're right there. You're going to simply scroll through and select your loyalty card. If you're going to get ready to pay for, you know, get credit for something, then you can scroll through and pick the payment source you want to use, whether it's your Visa, MasterCard, American Express, whatever favorite card you have. The card is also, you know, has the ability that you can pay virtually any place, because it's got the tap, where the new technology that you might use in a phone kind of scenario that you would have on Apple Pay. It's got a chip in it, as you can see. It also has a strip, so you can swipe as well. And so this is a device that is unlike anything else out there that has the ability to do that. And then there's all kinds of other cool things built into it. This VIP beacon technology actually is near-field communication that's in it. There's Bluetooth loaded in it. And the most exciting part is it's ultra secure. In fact, there's several patents behind this. We'll give you some info down the road here as we go through this, where you can go access and read some of that. Just a very powerful card. But what's really behind this? How did we end up with this? How's it coming into the marketplace? Let's just kind of go through what that is. First of all, the company behind all this is World Ventures. We're based in Plano, Texas. We launched about 11 years ago. The company's all based in the travel industry. It's a membership club that they developed, and we've got hundreds of employees right there in Dallas or the Plano area, but we also have offices basically on every continent. We're doing business in 27 countries, all 50 states. And so this is a company that last year we did $690 million in sales. The year before we did $352. The year before that it was about $195. So you kind of get an idea of the growth track of what's taking place. We're on course right now to do over $1 billion in sales volume in 2016, and that's without even calculating anything that's going to happen with the smart card as this rolls out and our members start marketing this. And so let's just talk about what the club is, and then you're going to get an understanding of the card, because see, we didn't go after this card to market the card. The card, it fulfilled a need that we had in our model, and you'll understand that very quickly. But I need to catch you up on that so you have an understanding, because this is a whole lot bigger than just the ability to market a smart card, which is super compelling to be in the marketplace first with something like that. But this was the concept, is to solve some problems in the travel space. You know, when you go to book something online, you got the hassle of trying to find it. Then you got the hassle when you show up there. Was it like you thought it was going to be when you get there? Were the pictures on the internet representative of where you're really going? And what all problems were you going to run into? And there's all these things that, you know, that create what I call the stress vacation instead of the stress-free vacation. And that's what World Ventures has been able to do, is create a model. It's called Dream Trips, and we can create stress-free vacations where we take all the thinking out of it. All right. Thousands of these a year you have access to. You just click on a button at amazing prices, unique experiences all over the world. And we've been doing this for many years. And in fact, last month, there was over 90,000 people that just joined our club to be a participant. So the idea I'm sharing with you is not on trial. When there's 90,000 people that joined the club last month, we're doing something right, okay? So there's not a question of that. But I want to help you understand kind of how the model works. And you can read through this slide, but I'm going to jump through this pretty quickly. You can go back and review this if you like, but I really want to start on number 3, because number 3 on the list here is we created a few years ago a rewards program. The rewards program was the question was posed, what would happen if people could earn their way on a vacation through things they would normally do? That's a really big idea. But years ago, there was a company called Skype that said, why would people ever pay for long distance anymore when they wouldn't have to? Well, that was a really big idea years ago, but now we don't pay for long distance anymore. And our idea is why would you ever pay for a vacation if you didn't have to? And I know that sounds really crazy, but the reality is that this is a goal and this is the direction we're heading. And I think as you see what's going on here, you'll understand as well that is a possibility. So we have some membership that you can, they're the basic gold and platinum that allows you access into our club, and you can see the different prices. But more than going through the details of the membership, I want you to understand our concept. So now you understand why the card is important to what we're going to do. And so let's just talk about the gold membership. You pay $200 one time. That money that you just paid goes into that cloud that allows you to apply towards a vacation. All right. So it's almost, similar to a savings account that you would start for a vacation fund. All of it's turned to points. You can't cash it out other than using it on a vacation, but also the monthly fee goes in there as well. That's accessible on your anniversary date. So you'd have another $600 that would be built up that you could, on your anniversary date, you could apply towards a vacation. The $200 becomes the initial fee comes initially available, just right out of the box. You can apply that towards a trip. So this was the first step in our model when we launched this a few years ago on the earned side of this. Keep in mind, our company and this whole model launched over 10 years ago, but the earned part of this was just implemented a few years ago. And we just said, we'll just give your money back to you. And so, here I'll just show you an example of a couple trips. This is a trip that a lot of our members do. This is a fabulous resort. This is the Marival Residence. These are 1,500 square foot suites. It's a 4-diamond resort. The price includes a couple excursions, transfers to and from the airport, amazing restaurants, pillow gifts in the room. I mean, there's all kinds of extra stuff that you would never get if you just went to this resort, which you couldn't do it for the price we're talking about here. This resort online, many times when you go look, is $900 a day. We're doing it for 5 days and 4 nights for $659 per person. And you see the little 200 there. That is the points that you could apply to lower that price even more. All right, so I just want you to understand how the point system works. As you accumulate these points, you can apply them to reduce the cost of your vacation on already great price trip. Here's another example of Aspen, Colorado ski trip. It includes your lift tickets. It includes the lodging, all kinds of other extras. You can hardly buy your lift tickets for 5 days and 4 nights for $569 per person. You can apply 210 points. We have thousands of these trips we'll do this year that are what we call dream trips that look just like this. I'm just showing you a couple examples. The person that put you on here can get you a lot more on the examples. Here's another trip. This is a NASCAR trip. This is to the Bristol Motor Speedway. You can see you can apply 200 points, $619. There's all kinds of extra things that we include in these race trips, where you get headsets to listen to the drivers. Some of them include where you get to get down in the pits. There's lots of really cool stuff that's added into each one of these particular trips. But more importantly, I'm just trying to show you that these are just the diversity of the club and how you could use your 200 points. If you got a gold member, there it was right there quickly. And so from there, we started expanding the earn vacation idea, if you will. It went from allowing our members to join the club and reuse their money, convert it to points and reuse it towards on the price of a trip, to what if we would let them refer other people? So they're just a club member. Now they can refer other people to the club. And so we added that in. And so now in the gold membership, you can see in the middle of the screen that if you referred anybody and they became a member of the club, you would get another 100 points. Remember, 1 point and $1. And that would go into that cloud that you could apply to another trip, which, you know, some of the trips you can apply hundreds of points to the trips. I just gave you examples of ones you could just do 200 points. And then we also have this feature that if you refer 4 other customers, then we would wipe your monthly fees out, but we would still give you the credit for the points like you were paying monthly, which is a really cool idea. The next thing we did is we went into the stage of, well, what if we could create partnerships with online retailers and you could earn points back on that? And that's exactly what we did. So, you know, companies like Best Buy, Lowe's, Home Depot, Walmart, you know, Kmart, Target, and then hundreds and hundreds of other online retailers where you get a percentage back. And it's anywhere from 2% to 30% that would come back directly to you. And then you can apply that towards your next vacation. Pretty cool idea. You're going to buy from these people anyways. Why not get an extra percentage that comes back? Well, once we got all that accomplished, then all of a sudden we ventured into a whole nother arena. And that arena was about a year ago, we launched our app, our Dream Trips app. And inside that app, we started building out what we call our Daily Local Global. And the Daily Local Global is how could we offer our members benefits on a daily basis locally and do it globally? And we launched our dining program. And the dining program simply worked specifically like I'm going to show you here in a second. And this is why we ended up needing the card. So inside this app, before I leave the screen, I just want to show, you know, one of the shots there. It shows you have a place you can book all your dream trips. The hundreds and hundreds of trips are all in here where you can go see those. There is a dining program. We've got an online chat. It's a complete social platform inside here, similar to Facebook or Instagram. But let's jump over to the dining, and then we're going to get back into the card and why this applies. So our dining partners, we have launched this in about every major city around the globe now. We've got dining partnerships. These are growing by leaps and bounds on a weekly basis. But what happens is when you go in and eat, you get a percentage that comes back to you in points. And so this example on the screen here, there's a points calculator in there, and you got 40 points back. So you get 40 points that come back per $100 spent. So you pay a regular retail price, but you get like $40 or 40 points that comes back into your account. And so if you spent $200, that'd be 80 points that came back. So all of a sudden now you can build your earn account by dining your way to a dream trip, if you will. And this became for our members, they got very excited about it. But our problem that we ran into here is the tracking of this. The tracking was a challenge, and this is why we came to the card scenario. This is why we searched for the card, was specifically what we needed, because the system that we have in place as we're talking right now that will be eliminated when the card launches here at the end of this year and the first quarter of next year on the retail side is simply this. You'd go in, you would scan a picture of your bill, scan the QR code with our partnered restaurants, and then you'd get credit into your points account. Well, what the card allowed us to do, it allows us to seamlessly make all this happen. You could choose on the smart card the payment type you wanted. You could get loyalty point credits at the restaurant if they had a loyalty program. And because they were a partnered restaurant with us, what would happen is you would get the points then that would automatically go with the swipe of a card. All right. And very cool idea. And not only could it be used in the dining experience, but we could add anything we wanted in here, because now once we've got this dialed in, the nail salon, the bowling alley, the movie theater, I mean, whatever partnerships we want to create, because now we have the mechanism that allows us to advance this earned vacation idea beyond what was believed in the very beginning. Similar to the idea of what I told you with Skype. Skype thought, why would you ever pay for long distance? Our thought is, why would you ever pay for a vacation if it's possible that you could earn one? And just know that's the direction we're going, and that's why we needed the card. Also inside this app, we have a booking engine. The booking engine allows you to book flights, cars, hotels, any kind of travel package you want to create. And the most important part of this is it allows for our members that they access the net rates. On many hotels and rental car places, there are what's called net rates. And where available, we get access to those net rates. It's kind of like a wholesale travel rate, if you will. Not every hotel has it. There's no net rates in the airlines, but there are some really great deals inside of here just for our members as well. So what do the different packages look like? I'm going to put these up on the screen because these are what our members or somebody that want to be a member would access. You know, like our Dream Trip membership, our basic membership, thousands of trips. That's basically what you get there. When you go to the Gold membership, now we add in that booking engine that you just saw, accessing the net rates, the dining program, several other things are added in that add to the experience. And then the Platinum membership, a lot of other things are added in there for the person that travels a lot. There's a lot of extra features in there. The person who puts you on here, they can go through the details specifically of that. Now, the last part I want to talk to you about very quickly, and I want you to get a clear understanding, is the first part of what I shared with you is just simply our people that are joining the club as a member only. All right, they're not interested in any kind of business. I know many of you that saw the smart card, your thought was, how could I help market that? I want to be on the front end of something that's first in the marketplace. Well, the second component I want to talk about here is you could become a representative for our company. It costs $100 one time to do that, and you pay $20 a month. You get a complete back office that tracks everything. But most importantly, it gives you the ability to market and sell the 3 memberships we just talked about, and it'll give you the ability to market and sell the smart card and earn commissions. You know, our members are going to be able to just earn points. So the membership, the first stuff I talked about, all the members, all they can get is points to help them go on a vacation sooner. If you become a representative, the representative allows you to market and sell the membership and earn commissions on the sales of those memberships. And also when the smart card rolls out, you'll be able to do that. And so obviously there's not any guarantees regarding any kind of income or anything like that. It's all based on your personal effort. This is a snapshot of an income disclosure. The person that puts you on here, they can get you that information as far as the disclosure goes. But what I'd like to kind of wrap this up with is just come back to the card. And, you know, like I said earlier, the card is the timelines on the card is we're right now in the process of a beta test. That beta test is being expanded here to a larger group in October. And then what's going to take place is we'll do that for about 30 days. Then we'll get a very large beta group. Sometime by the end of the year, I believe that all of our members, if you're a member of the club, you're going to have access to buying one of these cards and starting to be either in a beta test or using it. And about the first part of 2017, all of a sudden this will go to a retail level where the representatives will be able to start marketing and selling this card. The company that's behind this is called Next ID. The stock symbol for it is NXTD. It's a publicly traded company, so if you want to go see the interaction that World Ventures has had with them and what we've specifically done, you could go there and see that information on there. You know, Next ID is a biometrics company. They work with the Pentagon. They've got lots of different patents. In fact, one of the latest press releases that you would find in that stock symbol, it talks about the security of it, which many of you have questions about and how it works. Very, very compelling. And so what the card's going to allow it to happen is several fold. The first thing is it takes your billfold from a stack down to a single card. All right. All those cards you have, all the loyalty cards you don't carry, all those things could be stored in there. The second thing is it creates the best security you could have for your payment information that exists. All right. The third thing is with this card is now you have the ability to start earning a vacation. All right. And the whole earn model is all built behind this. That's what will be important to understand. You know, there'll be competitors that will probably try to come behind us, but they won't have that. you know, they're going to market based on security and taking your cards down to a single card. But we have this whole other earn idea that adds tremendous value, complete social platform, all the stuff that's tied to that. So obviously, we just wrap this up. You know, I've talked about the memberships. That's the basic, the first part of the membership. We have a basic, a gold, and a platinum membership. You could choose just to be a club member. You can earn points. You can access our trips. You can do all that kind of stuff. If that fits for you, you can just do that all by itself. Some of you are saying, I'd like to be a representative, somebody that, you know, is going to be able to market and sell this stuff. And so your choice maybe is that you want to become a representative. You could just do that if you wanted to help us market the memberships and market the card when it's available to market. Or some of you are saying, man, all this sounds fantastic. Can I do both? You absolutely could do both if you want to choose to do that. So the person that puts you on this call, they can get you all the details on this. Remember, this is just kind of a high level of what's going on. But for sure, here's what I do know. I do know that in life, you're very seldom in the right place at the right time. And the membership model is very compelling. It's growing like crazy, but the card part, right place, right time. We're going to be the first in the marketplace. There's no question about that. And I know that we didn't get all the details of exactly how the marketing and all that works. The person that put you on here, they can get you those details specifically. Timing does make a difference. Being a participant now compared to later could have some serious advantages. So ask them specifically about why that would be, and they could walk you through that based on how you want to participate. So with that, thank you for tuning in, and we'll look forward to meeting you in person sometime. God bless. Have an amazing day.